Hiya, my name's Jenna Jenkins. This is Charlotte, this is Harriet.
Nice to meet you.
We're all students at Christchurch University. We live just across the road. Do you have about 5 minutes? We can have a chat.
Come in, girls.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Lovely, thanks.
The problem we've got is probably it's 2% or less students, maybe a little bit disruptive and sort of annoy their neighbours and the community. But all of the work that the 98% and the hard work and good efforts that we do seems to go unnoticed. But what we're trying to do is actually make the first step, and we're going to get many of our second and third year students, when they move back into their property, actually to knock on their neighbour's door and introduce themselves. So there is this bond and this closeness between them. And you know, my sort of vision over the next year is that someone will turn to one of their neighbours and say like, oh, who have you got living next door to you? And instead of it being a bunch of students, it'll be like Chris, Joe, Mark and Andy.
I've not experienced any problems with you students, but I have friends that have had problems before.
Yeah.
Simple things like remember to put your rubbish out on rubbish days.
Don't leave your bin out for a week in the way of everybody, things like that, yeah.
Just maintain your gardens. I mean, noise is noise. You're going to get noise wherever you live, but it's just respecting other people's space, really.
We do bring a lot to Canterbury. It's just a shame, isn't it, that we just get seen as the bad people in Canterbury and not part of the community.
Students make up a quarter of the population of Canterbury, so it's really important that we get this message across, that we all want to sort of get along together.
You really, really want my honest opinion? They're a nightmare, complete nightmare, because we get noise morning, noon and night. I've got them living around me, actually.
Everyone thinks we're just out kind of drinking and layering about on the streets and stuff, but that's not really the case.
Yes, the majority I come across are absolutely lovely.
They're an integral part of the city, I think.
Yeah.
They've always been here, and I hope they always will be.
We've been using Freshers Week as a way to sort of gauge interest in the campaign and to actually make people aware of it. ITV Fixers is fantastic because they've given us the opportunity to really get our message across, and they're helping us sort of sign on volunteers as well. The support we've got from the local community is brilliant, but it's even gone as far as the Lord Mayor.
I'm just so impressed that you've done it. It's what we need in the city. We have a very large student population, and it's so important that you feel at home, welcome. And this is such a wonderful idea that you have felt that you want to take ownership of where you are.
We're hoping that by doing this campaign, our neighbours can start to look at us differently. Sort of when we walk down the street, we don't want to be looked at as a separate part of the community. We're hoping to integrate and all be sort of one community together. You know, we live here, so we've got to kind of show that we're nice people, we're not horrible.
We've all got to live on this planet. We might as well start by being neighbours on an estate.
We're students.
And I have to live next door to them.
We're solving a problem over a cup of tea.
What are you going to fix?